Total siege. Ukraine's new Harpoon missiles break Russia's blockade. Ukraine has deployed the Harpoon anti-ship missile system provided by Denmark. The missiles will join Ukraine's Neptune anti-ship missiles, which are themselves Ukrainian-designed improvements of Soviet-era copies of the American-made Harpoon. Ukrainian forces used their own Neptunes to significant effect, recently sinking the Russian flagship Moskva with dual Neptune strikes. The Russian warship was one of the largest ships to have been sunk during a conflict since the Second World War. Russian ships are enforcing a blockade of Ukraine's Black Sea ports, preventing Ukraine's substantial grain exports from leaving through the ports. Ukraine is one of the world's most significant cereal exporters, supplying substantial parts of the Middle East, Africa, and Asia with staple grains. Ukraine has fielded the land-based version of the Boeing system to strengthen its coastal defense, as it currently relies on the domestically produced Neptune anti-ship missile. The Neptune is a Soviet-era system reportedly copied from the American-made Harpoon. Together with Neptunes, the Harpoons are already forcing the enemy fleet to keep their distance to avoid the fate of the Russian Black Sea Fleet flagship Moskva, referring to the April 14 incident when Neptune sank. The Russian guided missile cruiser. The Danish RGM-84L4 Harpoon Block II has a reported range of 187 miles, 300 kilometers, and is capable of the striking sea and land-based targets. The Danish military has used land-based RGM-84L4 Harpoon Block IIs that are capable of not only hitting ships at sea but also targets in port and on land with an upgrade from the Boeing Advanced Harpoon Weapon Control System. The addition of the Harpoon is expected to help Ukraine push the Russian Black Sea Fleet back from Ukrainian ports, according to national interests. The Russian fleet has blockaded Ukraine's Black Sea coast for weeks, including for civilian navigation. The blockade has prevented Ukrainian wheat shipments around the world, causing prices to soar. Ukraine contributed 10% of world wheat exports last year, according to the United Nations. An estimated 20 million tons of grain has been stuck in the country since the war began. Reznikov announced that units of the Polish AHS Krab self-propelled artillery have also been deployed, making it the fifth type of 155 mm. Howitzer deployed so far after the M777, FH-70, Caesar, and M109A3. However, the defense minister underlined that the tempo and quantity of the weapons supplied is still not satisfactory, asking for heavier armored vehicles with weapons and the replacement of obsolete Soviet-era Ukrainian vehicles. He also called for fighter jets, anti-aircraft, and missile defense systems. But at the same time, I am extremely grateful to the countries that support us. In particular, to the United States of America, the United Kingdom, Poland, and our Baltic friends. With Russian ships plying the waters off the coast of Ukraine, the blockade continues. However, the addition of American Harpoon anti-ship missiles means that Ukraine may be able to push Russian ships back further than previously possible with just their own indigenous anti-ship weaponry. Still, despite the obvious utility of America's Harpoon missiles, the Ukrainian Minister of Defense does not believe they are enough. Denmark provided the US-built anti-ship missiles to Kyiv, the Pentagon announced last month. The new Harpoon coastal defense battery joined the Ukrainian Navy's domestically produced Neptune anti-ship missiles. Our coastal defense was strengthened by highly effective Harpoon complexes, Reznikov said in a translation of a Thursday address. Together with our Neptunes, the Harpoons are already forcing the enemy fleet to keep the distance to avoid the fate of the Russian Black Sea Fleet flagship Moskva.